Let's start. Today last class only for interaction purpose. I just joined this session. So from tomorrow onwards, development class will be started. Okay. So today we are going to go with Splunk Cloud. Actually, just go to the splunk.com. Platforms, free trial and downloads. So Splunk Cloud platform. Click on Start Trail. Log into your account. Start for free. You are getting 5 GB per day up to 14 days trial version. Have not cognitive mode splunk.com. What happened in the last class? Yesterday.
He called me and said, okay, we'll talk about offer.
What they asked
Today
yesterday.
they asked about dashboard, purely dashboard, and some configurations. And they asked about emergency, something.
Did you explain it?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. What,
Have you explained? You didn't.
No class, huh?
Huh?
No class, huh?
Grand class. Hmm?
Emergency change management.
Service now.
Uh,
I have first questions.
Ticketing.
I already told you, no, service now.
Jira service.
Hmm.
And they ask about Puppet, Jenkins.
Hmm.
What is the,
I don't have knowledge.
there is another thing they will handle that one. Recently, 2 times I had here for change management.
Cognizant in this project, all they are asking first service no questions for 4. How many types of change managements are there? What is matter? What is and explain it. They are just knowing whether you have a service no knowledge or not.
Like ticket priorities, sir.
Hmm. And how important the change management is needed. Then come to Splunk Cloud fulfillment mailing scheme.
Change management అంటే మనం అప్గ్రేడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు
not like that. We are working on the one process now. How you are you are getting assignments. So via service now tickets. On that, what is the use of service now tickets? With the help of change management only. Now something is there, they'll ask to change something. That is called change management. The change management will be different types. One is normal management and emergency. Emergency means immediately you need to do the operations and the changes and criticality, like that we have.
They will give all the description.
Yes, yes. So once you're done with your free trial, new mail ID and phone number, or whatever the mail you have from that account itself, you can activate your cloud account. 14 days trial version you'll get. You'll get a message like this, and this is your URL instance. Okay, this URL only the server. So here you need to give your password, username and password. SC admin is that means cloud admin. Splunk cloud admin is your username, and password will be this one. You can change it later. Okay, temporary password, that is. SC Splunk cloud at the rate 123. Splunk cloud at the rate 123. Save password. So no thanks, accept it. First time na, okay. This is your Splunk cloud. So this is entire instance. So no need to implement all architecture. If I teach a Splunk cloud, no indexer, no such no deployments, or everything will be this one. And what about October 1st batch? You need to work on here only. They're asking admin to complete first now. So this is, you can choose universal forwarder here itself. Click here, and with the help of this universal forwarder configuration, you can get your data. So you need to download universal forwarder credentials here. See, download universal forwarder web page. Install universal forwarder on one more mission, for your example, in your mission. Okay, and download your customized universal forwarder credential package. You need to download it and install universal forwarder credential package on each universal forwarder in the network. Configure your universal forwarder to send data to Splunk platform. Normal. Only this is the setup you need to set up if it is a universal forwarder. First, you need to download the universal forwarder as usually, but you need to get a credentials package. Okay, so the credentials needs to be installed on all of the universal forwarders available in the client missions, and from there configurations will be managed. Okay.
Deployments are even.
Deployment server you can set it. Separate server you can set it, or you can use it here also. Go to settings. You can separately configure it. Okay, deployment server. So for management purpose. Download software. Download and install universal forwarder software. Download the software universal forwarder credential package. Install Splunk universal forwarder credential package on universal forwarder mission. See installation steps. See, this is the package. Note the location where the credential packages are there, and copy the file temporary directory /temp. Install Splunk Cloud uf.spl app by entering the following command. Package installation on the universal forwarder. And when you prompt for the username and password for the universal forwarder, the following message displayed: install is successful, so and so app. Restart forwarder, enable changes by entering the following command. You just remember this one, sir, this name. Splunk Cloud UF.SPL is the credential package name. Is the credentials package. Even you can use install forwarder credentials on many forwarders using a deployment server in Nginx. So from the Splunk Cloud instance, go to apps, universal forwarder, download universal forwarder credentials, note the location where the credentials file was downloaded. The credentials file named is Splunk Cloud uf.spl. Copy the file in your system temporary folder, and then optional use a management tool to move the from through the file so and so apps. So directory on the deployment. నేను ఒక 1:30 కాల్ చేస్తాను. సో మొన్న ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉన్నాను. See, file to the Splunk home deployment apps location and directory on the deployment server. And in the shell or whatever it may be, use the command to unzip it. And then navigate bin subdirectory to deployment server. Install the credential package by running the following command. Splunk install app full path of the Splunk. Actually, it will consider as a app. Okay, and then full path of that and restart the server. Install the forwarder credentials on individual in Windows also, like this. Understand? Now, if you observe, these all are the app search and report, trial, cloud monitor console. Okay, discovery of observability cloud. I will tell you later. Splunk secure gateway. These are find more apps means you can go find more apps and configure the add-ons whatever you want, and with the help of add-ons you use to collect the data and specify. Okay, let's go to the message tab. So if anything happened, it will be showing the message. Some settings, search and report, data models, event type stacks. These all are the knowledge objects. So we are going to discuss all these things in the development part. Now come to the add data. So if you want to add data, add data. See, simple what you are seeing in the previous. Nothing is there. Forwarder is also not showing, right? Because that is different. So upload it. So I'm using upload. Select a file on downloads. Something like tutorial index is there. Click on next. See, same, nothing more. Constant. Any IP, any host name you can give. If you want to create one index, it's not possible. Who will create that index? You need to request to Splunk come support team.
So like real time or cloud uses on-prem.
Both depends.
But it uses the one request.
Always you need to request. They always to be in touch with you. They are the part of the, but already there some indexes are there. You will use that indexes. Sometimes what they will do, instead of choosing, companies will choose you. So some repositories will be maintained with their own environment, with the GitHub repositories. So from there we'll go and change it, and we'll need to push it. So that repository will not update in your server, their servers. They will give access to the repository to make changes by you only. Good. They won't give the access to server. They are the actual developers, na? So for that, they will give access to that the repository in the GitHub. So you will update and you will push it. So they will cross-verify it and they will apply it. And submit. Start searching. Anything is changes are there. Already you are good enough in eating biryani, eating mutton, eating chicken, everything. It is just a veg, sir. It's just a cooked veg. You can create, you can check your UI, everything will be same. Patterns, formats. Nothing more. Save as reports, alerts, dashboards, exiting dashboards. If you choose such and report application, so analytics, dataset, report, alert, dashboard. For example, index equals to tutorial index. All time. So we don't have permission for that. We need to give it. Maybe launcher app I uploaded. I need to give the permission to the specific. Sorry, index is not tutorial data. Index equals to main. Sorry, that's how it is not it. Sorry. App permissions for data not needed. Now you can check here. Analytics, dashboards. Dashboards, if you want two types of dashboards, you can create. Next, talk about settings. Everything. Data inputs, if you click. HTTP event collector. Input platforms, function gateway. These are all some of the data inputs. Mostly HTTP event collector or add-on method or forwarder method. Indexes, click on here. Your UI level, it is an option to create an index, new index. UI level, UI option is there now, so that you can create it. For example, ABC index. But props and transforms, there is no connection for back. Whatever, event wise, metrics wise, events wise. So raw event size, what if the size you want, 100 MB size. Okay. Next, searchable retention policy for 3 months. 3 days, no? So that some 100 days, 90 days, 180 days. 90 days is enough. So nothing more. Nothing more than this. So, understand? Now here, if you observe users, rules, password management, server health, monitor console. If you want to check, click on monitor console. See whatever the monitor console user, that is same. Indexing, usage point of view, license point of view, forwarders. Click on here, it goes to the dashboards. Create a dashboard, two types, classic and dashboards. Everything same, sir. That only I already told you. If you know everything, is any big deal to eat a tiffin? It's not a big deal to eat a tiffin. No? So that's why admin is the major important. We already discussed much more, 100%. Next, talk about it. Splunk Observability Discovery. So here itself, I'll try to check. So Splunk Cloud Observability. Click on Observability. So free trial 14 days. United States. Anything you can choose, sir. No problem. So you already have the account. I think observability, I have account, I think so. So anyways, Ravi Kumar.
ఇది కూడా 14 days అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఇస్తారు.
కొత్త మెయిల్ ఐడి. You'll get one mail. Wait for some time, 1-2 minutes. I'll come back.
యాదమ్మ డేంజర్ మా. ఓ ఉన్నాయో నాలుగు మన కేసులు ఉన్నాయి. మనోడికి ఇక్కడ దగ్గర
రేపు తీసుకోండి సార్, ఇప్పుడే కావాలంటున్నా అతనికి.
సరేలేండి, పర్వాలేదు.
రేపు తీసుకోండి సార్ అని చెప్పండి. రాలేదు నోట్ I think observability, I have something. Cloud observability. October 28 days. So you'll get a verify like this. Click on verify. So basically, it will be work as a signal effects. Signal effects. So new trial or sign in. The invitation link has clicked here that does not exist. Already have been used. New trial. New trial means I have already signed with Google. Ravikumar Splunk gmail.com. October 20th. Don't know. Recently. Hmm. 14 days trial. No? Completed. Ravi Cyber Expert. Where is this? Email within 10 minutes. Check spam box. Not getting. So free trial is ended to continue using observability contract. First account needs to be created. Splunk account. For me, how many accounts I need for telling the classes? Accounts are not creating. Driving.
Students account.
సార్ ఈరోజు క్లాస్ ఉందా
తీసుకుంటాను సార్ ఒక 10 minutes.
నాకు తెలిసి సేమ్ మొబైల్ నెంబర్ ఇస్తే మొబైల్
మార్చా trial. Observability Cloud. So you have access of 14 days. Click on verify. Green teams. Just we orally we explained now. That's it. So 13 days left. Now you have AWS Pro, for example.
చూస్తారు కదా చూస్తారు కదా ఇంకెట్లా 10 నిమిషాలు కంటిన్యూస్ కూర్చుంటారు
రమ్మని చెప్పు. కంటి మీద ఉంది నిద్ర. 12 వరకు వర్క్ చేశా, మళ్ళీ 4 బయలుదేరి వచ్చా.
అక్కడి నుంచా బ్రష్ తీసుకున్నాను మళ్ళీ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఉన్నాను.
For example, OS mission, just instance start. Say launch instance one Windows mission also I was starting. Then OS. So two servers are there. And the Linux OS. Okay. Now there is a observability cloud. So write sample data here or connect to Splunk Enterprise also possible. Browse all integrations. Let's say click here. Try sample data, get started. Connected to get started. So let's say you try sample data, click here and get started. So hipster hope guidance example, Docker, whatever it may. So we get the data from other open telemetry. So open telemetry is the one of the method to get the data from any sources to the observability. So by using open telemetry only, we're used to get the data from any other sources. So install open telemetry in the local cluster by following this step. Okay, and after that install ipstar shop so that it is a sample data. You just use this follower and create a traffic for that step by step and click on next so that explore the ROM application. APM means application monitoring basically. Okay, like this you can use to get Otherwise, if you want to connect to Splunk Enterprise, click on here to get started. Say Splunk Cloud or Splunk Enterprise. For example, Splunk Cloud. So set up the service account first, and after that role you create it, and after the token authentication, and you set up the observability cloud, and then configure permissions for both. Otherwise, there is a option called connect to Splunk Enterprise. Click on get start. Here, Enterprise. Log into Splunk platform instance, navigate settings roles. In action column, next to user, click edit menu and select clone. Give you new role a name, and after that, on the indexes tab, deselect all indexes in the included column. In the included column, select indexes that you want to query in the log observer. On the capabilities tab, ensure edit token one is selected, and then on the capability tab, ensure indexer list all is not selected. Enable the capabilities if not present in the UI. For more information, troubleshoot and set up observability. And after that, configure users in the Splunk platform. First, service accounts are how to create it, settings, rules, then edit action. There is a next to user, click the edit menu and select a clone. Clone means copying the user actually, copying the role. After that, give your new role name. Okay, whatever the role name you want. And on the indexes tab, deselect all indexes. Okay, and after that, one by one, you just follow this process so that you can get this information. And after that, configure users in Splunk platform. So users needs to be configured like this. And after configuring the phone, securely connect to a Splunk platform. Enabling the disable token authentication. Make sure your Splunk platform instance management port 8089 is accessible via public internet. Checking with your security and network team about your company policies first. And as add a signed certificate to Splunk platform instance. If you already have signed certificate of your Splunk platform deployment, just start working on it. Whatever the service account you created, that name and password, Splunk URL, that Splunk IP address colon, so localhost colon 8089, and then connection name, whatever the name you want. Certification needs to be must and should, you need to upload. Proper certification is needed. No? That needs to be uploaded so that Splunk Enterprise can get your data. Sorry, this Splunk Observability Cloud will get the data from Splunk Enterprise index data. So in the Splunk Enterprise, you created tutorial index. The data can be accessible. Okay. Next. Next. Let's say I have something AWS now. So this I am connected. So the data management, connect to AWS directly. Connect to your public cloud platforms. Connect to AWS, connect to Azure, connect to GCP. Deploy Splunk Open Telemetry Collector for other environments. But as of now, simply connect to AWS. Click on connect to AWS. Now click on next. No need to do anything. Click on next. Now AWS region, expect AWS government, AWS region is, I'm selecting AWS region only. Okay. So if it is China, China. AWS government cloud is USA. USM is government cloud. So you need to select, but I am connected to AWS region. Okay. Next, authentication type is external ID, security token also there, but I am giving external ID. By using external ID, I am using to connect. Next, imported data types, AWS metadata, EC2 cost and usage, and cloud metric, CloudWatch metrics. Okay, stand polling every day, every 300 seconds. Streaming no need as of now, just polling rate I am just trying to collect. Now click on next. Now open the AWS account. Okay, create a policies. So how to create a policies? See on the IAM, search for the IAM, open it. Now click on policies. Click on policies. Now create a policy. Otherwise here itself they are giving you some tab. To click here, it will open a policies page. You already open your account now. So wherever the policies will be given in the JSON format. So for that, check the JSON and remove this entire and paste this one. There are multiple things are there. Okay, these are the information. You need to paste it. Okay, copy, take all and paste it. Now come down. You can check it, sir. Replace. See, select a JSON tab. So replace the connect of the JSON tab with the following policies and paste it in the JSON tab. Paste it. Now come down. Select next and give the policy name and make it note of it. You need to later it is set up. So click on next. It is asking for policy name. For example, Splunk Cloud policy. Okay, Splunk Cloud or Splunk Observability policy. Now come down. So no need all these things, sir. This is already written in the policy point of view. Just create a policy. Policy was created. That means this policy is that what access you want. Okay, whatever access you want, that all you written in the JSON. Okay, see, list queues, list queue tags, everything you written. That you pasted. No? Now prepare to connect AWS Observability Cloud, AWS to AWS. So for that, there is a policy. This policy will be attached to user or a role. User or a role. Now you are working for the role, so that click on role. So that click here to create a role. See, make sure that another AWS account option is selected. So click here, AWS account. Okay, not AWS service. Why? Because if it is a AWS service, so within the service itself you can access. For example, EC2 to another S3 or EC2 to RDS, any other service within the AWS. If you talk about AWS service, outside means Splunk is outside now, so that just AWS account. All entities in the other AWS belongs to third party to perform action in this account. Select this one. Now come down. Now this account or another account you need to choose. See, another AWS account option is selected and then copy and paste it in the account ID field. Okay, paste it. So you just not this account, another AWS account and pasted ID. Okay, select the required external ID checkbox and paste the external ID here. See, external ID is needed and paste it. Okay, and select next and find AWS policy you created in the previous step and select it. Now click on next. It is asking for what policy you want. You created previously, no? What policy you created? Splunk OBS policy. Select it. Now click on next. Now role Splunk OBS role. Now this is the role with this policy. Now click on create role. Understand, sir? Now click on next. Okay. Now here connection name AWS. Splunk external ID is this one, and role ARM. This is the role ARM. Where is your role? Splunk OBS role. No? See, take ARM. Copy ARM. Account ID already added. Now default one done. Spoken default. Everything. Which region you are working? Mumbai region. You choose Mumbai only instead of all regions. So where is this?
Asia Pacific.
Asia Pacific. Yes. Mumbai region you selected. Okay. Now just click on next. Explore the metrics data. Wait for some time.
ఇప్పుడు మాకు యాడ్ చేసిన సర్వర్లు ఇక్కడ నుంచి వర్క్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అదంటే
We can monitor that servers. See. So some missing collectors are there. Install collector, Linux platform, Splunk access control, everything done. Environment, for example, lab. Click on next. So you need to open that server. So run the following command to install OpenTelemetry to collector, capture metrics and traces. Take this server. You need to follow these following things. So ensure that to capture logs, install and configure universal folder in the send logs to your Splunk instance. So for that, ensure your curl, sudo and nmap installed. Next, you need to use this command, and after that, Splunk open collector post installation would be happen and configure this point. But I think metrics integration already done now. Here installation method this is. This active one. Data summary. That is to collect the data logs. It will take some time. But integration was done, sir. But if you install these collectors, so it starts sending the data. Curl. And sudo npm.
Two, 3 minutes పర్లేదండి.
నేనే 2 minutes తాగేస్తాను సార్. We are just following these steps. Ensure that have curl, sudo, and nmap installed. Run the following command to install OpenTelemetry collector to capture metrics and traces. Okay. And this Splunk OpenTelemetry collector post installation. The default configuration for Splunk OpenTelemetry collector. Just open the environment file will be required variable value for Splunk OpenTelemetry collector. Service based on the Splunk. Just use this command. Check. All we done. How we install the OpenTelemetry? Same, you need to install the OpenTelemetry in the host, Linux based, Windows based, so that you can collect whatever the logs, like add-on itself. It's a simple add-on. Okay. See, CloudWatch, EC2 instance CloudWatch data. Total active hosts are 2. But agent installed is 1. CloudWatch, EC2 instance CloudWatch, EC2 logs. Not yet happened. If you have any alerts, click on here, alerts, active alerts. You can check it, critical, major, minor, warning, info, create detector. If you want to create a detector for that, custom detector, APM detector. Any application is running on that particular server, you can use APM module. Traces, zero traces. Traces in a sense, behavior, how it is happening, what is the reason for that happening. Understand, sir? This is about simple AWS integration. So in the last interview, they asked me how to get the data from AWS Cloud. So we just explained that only. But tell me step by step. We already tell that we need to create a role, we need to create a policy for that external ID is used for authentication, and then integration will be happened. Then that monitoring was happened. But if you want to collect a logs, open telemetry needs to be installed. This is the step by step, but he didn't accept that. Actual quarrel was happened from that point only.
Yes.
So anything what I explained on that step by step, same we done on today. So integration point of view. So just click on integrations. There is a direct integrations are there. Management settings, API. There it is integrations. Okay, contact sale, I think so. Infra. So any integrations set up with other. Available integrations. Here you can integrate it. Here we didn't create a install a collector in the one of the server. So that's why if you want to click on create it, you can create it. So these many integrations are possible. So Java, PHP, Python integration, see application integration point of view. Docker, GitLab. Hmm? For example, Azure API, Azure Analysis Service, multiple other. Hmm? Just use integration methods for the data management. So available integrations. Okay. This is Linux, for example. You want to click Linux, click on next. So platform Linux default, okay, whatever it may be. Click on, for example, lab. Click on next. And after that, installation.
Same process.
Same process. Same if you check for the Windows. Anything Windows, click on it. Click on next. So next lab. Click on next. Tell them this is only I done. Okay. So ensure that you have administrator access on your host and execute as a PowerShell. Open that server and execute this command on the PowerShell and the stop service and restart the start service again. So automatically open for telemetry will work. Okay, like this it will be work. That's all enough today.
One topic left. So
Hmm?
cripple.
Cripple. What is cripple? Cripple is one of the integration method, okay, which will be mostly used for signal effects, observability, as well as Splunk Enterprise also. What is the use of cripple? If you want to know about the cripple, what is the use of add-on? Tell me. Add-on.
To get the data from another sources.
You
And
can
we
get
have
the
to
data
install the
from specific data source Okay, but you are using forwarder and HTTP event collector, na? Then what is the use of having a add-on? Predefined parsing rules are there, knowledge objects are created. Same Cribble also used for normalizing, parsing, extract fields, and other things. What is Cribble? Cribble is a log stream process and a data routing platform. Data routing also instead of a heavy forwarder. So that works alongside Splunk and other SIM or observability tools. So it helps you collect, filter, route, transform, and optimize data before it reaches Splunk. So you can reduce license cost, improve performance, and gain flexibility in the data management. Okay, why Cribble is used in with Splunk? Splunk licensing is based on the data injection volume per GB. Cribble helps control and optimize what data actually entered Splunk. That means, let's say, for example, you have a lot of complex mm, use cases are there for doing some parsing activities. Instead of giving that same burden to the heavy forwarder or Splunk, so we'll do everything parsing. ETL kind of activity. ETL tools are everything in the Cribble, and you can do it now, so that your license cost, improve performance, and gain flexibility in the data management. Why Cribble is used for? Based on the data action volume, Cribble helps control and optimize what data actually enters Splunk. So instead of sending everything directly into Splunk, Cribble can filter out unnecessary data, mask or redirect sensitive info, route data, transform data format, reply data. Cribble streaming, main product used for streaming, routing, transforming log before Splunk. Cribble Edge, lightweighted agent for collecting data from endpoints or servers, alternative to universal forwarder. Cribble search, allow federated searching across stored data without re-injecting into Splunk. What is federated search? There is a data in a client mission. You are getting the data to Splunk and you are searching. Instead of getting the data from that client mission to Splunk, from that storage itself, you can apply the searches. There is a S3 data. Instead of getting the data S3 to Splunk, from on the top of S3 only, you can write a queries and you can run the such queries, and it will be retrieved into real-time dashboards. That is called federated search. So instead of using direct searches, we'll use a federated searches. Okay. Next, Cribble Lake stores data into object storage like AWS S3 Minio for cheaper retention. Check. Cribble streaming, edge agents, getting Splunk Indexer or S3 Lake or other tools. So example use cases with Cribble, without Cribble, just read out. See, firewall, syslog, Windows, endpoint, cloud, whatever, Cribble streaming, parsing incoming logs, filter out noise, mask sensitive info, rename, transform, filter. This had when be done before indexing itself, indexer level, such and sorry, if, heavy forward level also. But to avoid the burden, you will use a Cribble. Installation steps for Cribble. Prerequisites, all these are the prerequisites, sir. Next, download Cribble. Okay, that is the separate one. And use command line installer and extract the package and create a Cribble user, recommended user. Start Cribble streaming and then access the Cribble web UI and configure inputs to collect, configure outputs to destination of heavy forwarder with HEC output. Cribble pipeline will be created and routing data. Verify data in Splunk. Okay. I will send the document for you. That's all enough. We'll meet up tomorrow with. That's all enough.